ChatGPT. Relate ACIM to the movie Before I Fall. Before I Fall through the lens of A Course in Miracles. Before I Fall is a powerful meditation on time, forgiveness, judgment, guilt, and awakening. Through the lens of ACIM, it becomes a vivid illustration of the mind's opportunity to choose again until it finally learns the lesson that love is the only meaningful choice. At its heart, the film asks, if you were given the same day over and over, what would you eventually learn? This question lies very close to the purpose of time in ACIM. The repeating day after Sam's apparent death, she awakens to the same day again and again. The circumstances repeat, the people repeat, the opportunities repeat. Only her awareness changes. This mirrors the Course's understanding of time, teaches that time exists as a learning device. The same lessons seem to return in different forms until they are learned. The faces may change, the situations may change, the underlying lesson remains the same. The movie externalizes this process beautifully. The ego's first response. At first, Sam uses the repetition selfishly. She experiments, manipulates outcomes, tests consequences, tries to gain advantage. This reflects the ego's approach to life. The ego asks, how can I get what I want? How can I control the outcome? How can I make this work for me? Yet none of these approaches bring peace. The repeated day continues. Judgment. One of the major themes in the film is judgment. Sam and her friends casually judge others, mock others, exclude others, attack others, particularly Juliet. The ego survives through judgment. It elevates itself by diminishing others. ACM teaches that every judgment reinforces the belief in separation. The movie gradually reveals the hidden consequences of seemingly harmless attacks. What appears insignificant begins to look very different when viewed through compassion. Seeing differently. As the repetitions continue, Sam starts noticing things she previously ignored. Other people's pain, other people's struggles, other people's humanity. This is the beginning of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a shift in perception. The people around her have not changed. Her way of seeing them has changed. The miracle is occurring in her mind. Juliet as a mirror. Juliet becomes a central figure in Sam's awakening. Initially, Juliet is viewed through the lens of judgment and separation. Over time, Sam begins recognizing her suffering and innocence. This reflects one of the most important teachings in ACIM. Every attack is a call for love. The ego sees an enemy. The Holy Spirit sees a brother asking for healing. The movie beautifully illustrates this transformation. Guilt and redemption. As awareness grows, Sam begins confronting guilt. Not guilt for punishment, but guilt arising from recognizing the impact of her choices. Distinguishes between the ego's guilt and the Holy Spirit's correction. The ego uses guilt to condemn. The Holy Spirit uses awareness to heal. Sam's growing willingness to face the truth opens the door to genuine transformation. Choosing again. Perhaps the most ACIM-like aspect of the film is the repeated opportunity to choose again. Every day becomes a fresh classroom. Every day offers another chance. Every day presents the same choice. Fear or love, judgment or forgiveness, attack or compassion. This mirrors the Course's teaching that the power of decision is always available in the present moment. No matter what happened before, we can choose again. Sacrifice and love. By the end of the film, Sam's priorities have completely changed. The ego's concerns fade. Status, popularity, image, approval, control. Love becomes more important. Compassion becomes more important. The well-being of others becomes more important. The shift reflects the movement from specialness toward genuine joining. Awakening from the dream. The repeated day can also be viewed as a symbol of the sleeping mind. The ego endlessly repeats the same patterns, the same grievances, the same fears, the same judgments. Awakening occurs when perception changes. The world may appear the same, yet everything is experienced differently. The movie beautifully illustrates this process. The central reflection. The ego watches Before I Fall and asks, how do I escape this day? The Holy Spirit watches Before I Fall and asks, what is this day trying to teach me? Viewed through ACIM, the movie becomes a powerful lesson in forgiveness and the purpose of time. The repeated day symbolizes the mind's continual opportunities to choose differently. Sam's awakening occurs not because the world changes, but because her perception changes. The deepest message may be, time repeats its lessons until love is chosen. Every moment offers another opportunity to see with compassion instead of judgment. When perception is healed, the lesson is learned, and what seemed like a prison becomes a classroom for awakening. Go to mwge.org to find full movie and commentary by David Hoffmeister.